Welcome to the jungle, imminent danger, Icarus fell. These are some of the most expensive M4A1-S skins in CS2. But today, big thanks to Archer, we're going to be going over every single M4A1-S skin and ranking them from S all the way down to D tier. So yeah, Archer, put your trade link down in a comment or in your YouTube bio and I'll get this AK over to you ASAP, bro. Of course, guys, make sure to leave a comment, let me know what tier list you want to see. And if you're lucky, you might win yourself a skin. Also, guys, we are insanely close to 15,000 subscribers now. Be sure to smash a like on the video, one tap that sub button, and ding dong that notification bell so you never miss a daily upload. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, which is Skins Monkey, a safe, easy to use automated CS2 trading site. If you want to switch up your old skins for something fresh and new, Skins Monkey has you covered. All you need to do is select the skins you want to swap out, see how much they're worth, and then using their filter, you can find the perfect replacement. And if you want up to $5 free towards your first trade, make sure to claim it by clicking here and using code WYLD. Or if you're looking to also buy some new skins, Skins Monkey offer an insane 30% deposit bonus when topping up your balance that can even go up to 35% if you're using code WYLD as well. So what are you waiting for? Click the link at the top of the description or in the pinned comment to start trading now. So guys, to start with, we have the M4A1-S Moss Court, which on CS2 is way more green than it used to be over on CSGO. Yeah, overall, I actually think this has had a massive upgrade. I still wouldn't say it's like one of my top favorite skins. It's definitely up there now. I'd even be tempted to put it somewhere like A tier. Like, I think for a green M4, it's one of the best. So I'll put it there for now, and we could rearrange it as we move on with the video. But next, guys, we have the M4A1-S Atomic Alloy. And this, guys, I remember when I first started playing CSGO, this was one of my favorite skins. I actually really like the color orange, so the black and orange go really, really well together. It's a super shiny skin as well. Yeah, actually, to be fair, I think I'll put this in A tier, and then this goes a bit lower in A tier, maybe top of B, though. I'm just thinking maybe I did overrate it a tiny bit. We'll do that for now. Next up, guys, we have the M4A1-S Blue Phosphor, one of the more recent M4A1-S's, part of the Control collection. And I mean, guys, this, if you're into blue skins, it's pretty much the end game M4A1-S. It's super nice and shiny and blue. It's almost like a sapphire M4, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, guys, blue is my favorite color, if you didn't know that. And I think this is a banger. Now, some people, I understand, they'd argue that skins like this, they're a bit boring, a bit plain. There's no like actual design to them. But I don't always think that that's like super important. Like, if something just looks nice and clean, and especially in the Blue Phosphorus case, super shiny, then sometimes that's all you need. So yeah, I know it's a bit of a basic answer, guys, but I just can't not put it in S tier. It is one of the best, just clean looking skins possible. So yeah, it just has to be S tier. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you disagree. I'd like to hear some of your reasonings. Next, we have the M4A1-S Knight, which, if you guys didn't know, this is the M4 which trades up to the almighty AWP Dragonlord. And to be fair, guys, on CS2, I don't know if on CSGO, like, I had one of these way back in the day. I don't remember the gold being this like yellowish and shiny. It does actually look a lot better, in my opinion, on CS2. And again, clean-wise, like, some people could argue this is too clean. Like, it's almost like a default M4 with just some gold accents. But personally, I really, really like that. So honestly, I can't not put it in like an A tier, guys. It's super clean, nice and simple, not doing anything too crazy. And yeah, just overall, I would definitely use the skin. I mean, okay, again, its price is inflated, but this is not based off price. This is just based off my opinion on whether I like a skin or not. If you could pick one of these up for $20, then yeah, it would be a skin that I'd consider using, as it's just super nice and clean. Next, guys, we are looking at the M4A1-S Dark Water, which, I don't know. See, this, guys, this is kind of clean. I also just don't really like the pattern on it. It all just looks a bit messy. So I definitely would give it a decent rating. Looking at what we have, I would probably say this is maybe like a C tier, if not low B tier for me. It's, yeah, let's put it in C tier because it's not terrible. Is it a mid skin? Maybe a bit lower mid. So yeah, C for now. That looks good. And now, guys, if your favorite color is red, this potentially could be your favorite M4A1-S skin, being the M4A1-S Hot Rod. A bit like the Blue Phosphor, guys. I can understand why some people would look at this and go, it's pretty basic. But again, if you like the color red, you can't go wrong at all with this. Like, it's a nice hot rod red. Yeah, it just does what it says on the tin. Now, I do remember this being a bit darker than I liked, but I think it is actually brighter again now, especially if you catch in the right lighting, like over here. Yeah, actually, I think it looks pretty decent. Now, I kind of just feel like I can't not put this in S tier as well, because if I put the Blue Phosphor in S tier, then I've got to put the hot rod. But to be honest, I like the effect on the Blue Phosphor more than the effect on the hot rod. The hot rods is a bit more basic. Again, super bright, super clean, just nothing wrong with it. Now, again, some people might argue like, oh my God, why is he putting basic skins, which are just like a red M4 in S tier? This is stupid. The design is terrible. But as I said, guys, we'll get onto some crazy designed skins in a bit. And some of them I actually don't really like because I don't think they've pulled it off well. Whereas you can't really go wrong with like a black and gold, a black and orange, a somewhat black and red skin, and then pretty much just an all blue skin. They're just nice and clean, so that's why I've rated them where I have. Next, guys, we have the M4A1-S Basilisk, which is basically, in my opinion, the cartel version of the M4A1-S. You know, it's pretty much a default. Okay, the suppressor's a bit different. Otherwise, it's like a default skin, but we've just got some nice, like, etched-in metal design. Maybe not etched in, actually. I don't know, guys. Let me know how this has been made. Is it etched in? I don't even know, guys. But yeah, it's a nice, like, metal design on the side of it of a Basilisk, and honestly, on CS2, just like with the cartel, I really like these kind of metal detailed designs because they just look that much more crisp. And yeah, because of that, I would say this is like a mid skin, like top mid, like it's just a solid skin. Now we have the M4A1-S Guardian, which is like a super OG M4A1-S skin. I don't know, guys. I feel like at this point in time, it kind of looks a bit dated with all of the new CS skins in the game. I don't know, if you're going for a blue loadout before, maybe you would have picked a Guardian, whereas now, if you can afford it, you'd definitely go with a blue phosphor. Like, this just seems a bit muted. Now, again, if you're into just the more muted skins, then for sure you'll prefer this one over something crazy like a blue phosphor. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it's not bad. And as I say, back in the day, like, I really liked the Guardian. I still do like it. I do think it's kind of just like mid now. It's a bit boring. Unfortunately, as stuff has got brighter and shinier, the skins which maybe were a bit more realistic, you know, quote unquote realistic, they are just looking more and more boring now. But hey, I blame like Fortnite and other games for that. It is what it is. We now look at the M4A1-S Masterpiece, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't really think this is a masterpiece. I actually think the colors, they do clash quite well here. It's like a kind of DD-Pat-ish background. I don't know, it's not really DD-Pat, but it kind of is, but it's kind of just some weird pattern. And then we've got this graffiti on the front. What does this say, guys? Let me know in the comments. It's not terrible. It's definitely not like D tier or C tier. Do I really like it that much? Not really. I think I had one of these for like a week and just got rid of it because I got bored of it. It's okay. I don't think they've pulled this off perfectly. I would have to say like top of B. It could go higher just because they're at least trying to do something and add a bit of design. I don't know if it really goes or like what it's trying to do. Other skins designs kind of just work a bit better or have been pulled off a bit better. Yeah, that's why I honestly, I think this, I'll give it a bit higher rating because of the ambition. I just think they didn't perfectly pull it off. Whereas yeah, some of these other skins below them, they're just a bit more plain and boring. Top B, I think that's fair enough. We now have the M4A1-S Flashback, which is like a super hippie M4A1-S. As you can see, it says make love, not war. If you're kind of going for this green, more like military army style M4, I don't know, it kind of fits. It's got a little smiley face on the back as well, which I think is kind of cool. Again, it's not screaming to me like banger skin, so I'll put this like top of C. Next, we have the M4A1-S Hyper Beast. Guys, I think absolutely everyone who has ever played a video game knows about the Hyper Beast skins. Like, even if you don't play Counter-Strike, at some point in time, they will have seen the Hyper Beast. This is just a legendary CSGO skin in general. I mean, yeah, guys, they pulled this off fantastically. I don't know how anyone couldn't put this in like at least A tier. It could even be higher just because of how legendary, as I said, the skin is. I would probably put it just in like solid A tier. Now we have the M4A1-S Player 2, and this is another skin which I think has pulled off the design perfectly. The color palette, you got a little dog on the mag, I think, which is kind of cool as well. Overall, it's a banger. Now, I wouldn't necessarily put it like in the same place as the Hyper Beast. Maybe like here in A tier. It's still, I think, one of my favorite skins, but out of these top ones, it's probably a bit lower. I could kind of swap these around. We'll just leave it like that for now. Next, we have the M4A1-S Cyrex. Now, again, this is just a classic CSGO skin. Like, it's even got the little CSGO logo on the side of it. I mean, red, black, and white, they just go really well together. You could do some really nice crafts on this as well. Now, it's not got any nice shininess to it, but I could honestly see myself putting this in like A tier. I'll put it nicely at the top of B tier. Next, we have the M4 Asaurus M4A1-S. And yeah, guys, this is based off of Jurassic Park. They did an absolutely amazing job with this skin. Now, would I personally use it? Probably not, because honestly, like yellow and green here on the skin, along with this kind of like maroon red, I think color-wise, it really doesn't go well together. But again, it's being based off of Jurassic Park, so it matches it perfectly. Yeah, I just don't think the color scheme in the first place was that good. Also, it's kind of cool. You got the little dinosaur in the skin, like almost breaking through the skin. You can see the bullets in the magazine. And yeah, overall, it's been done really well. For me, it's more so about the execution. And honestly, if If I was rating this off of like how well they've matched Jurassic Park, then it would be like S tier. If I based it off of the look of it, it would be more like D tier. So I feel like it kind of has to go in the middle. I feel a bit harsh putting it in C tier. I honestly, I don't like the look of it. I would probably never use it just because of the mix of colors. If it was maybe all green, then sure. But again, it then wouldn't match Jurassic Park. So this is a really tough one. I don't want to put it there, guys. If I'm using green skins, I'd probably rather use the moss quartz, if I'm being honest. Next, we got the M4A1-S briefing. I need a briefing on when this skin was added to the game because I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it. Obviously, as you can see by the design, it's literally a brief. It's like plans, and you can see like buildings. It's almost like a mini map or just, yeah, plans of buildings. Super basic, super boring. Not the greatest color palette. I mean, honestly, the red is like a nice touch to this skin. It kind of grays and like it's almost like a greenish gray on the skin. I don't really like that color. Again, it makes sense with the whole idea of it being, you know, a brief. Is this going to be the first D tier skin? Maybe. I mean, honestly, I feel a bit harsh. I want to put this like bottom C, but yeah, I'll put it D for now because we haven't got anything in D tier yet. Next up, we got the M4A1-S Welcome to the Jungle, which is, of course, from the Ancient Collection. Now, one thing I do find a bit odd about this skin, I really like the snake design on it. It's super nice and bright, this like orange kind of goldish snake. It contrasts really well with the background. I don't know what it is about like the central part of the skin, but there's almost like a dark green background part of it, and I'm not sure if I really like that. Now, everything else about the skin I think is fantastic, but if I'm going to be real, I'm probably picking the Hyper Beast over this skin just because, as I said, I prefer the color blue, and just a couple of the colors in this could be slightly different and I'd enjoy the skin way more. I still think this deserves like a solid A tier. There's no way it can go any lower than this. It is a banger. I mean, obviously a lot of the covert skins in operations, they are bangers. The Welcome to the Jungle, easy A tier. Next up, guys, I'm not even kidding. I generally, when I was looking at the picture, I originally thought that this was Icarus Fell, but no, this is the M4A1-S Nightmare, and yeah, it's basically like a budget Icarus Fell. So if you're a fan of the Icarus Fell skins, which I am, obviously, blue, as I said, guys, is one of my favorite colors, then yeah, I think this is an absolute banger of a skin. I cannot believe it is so cheap, and you can also get it Stat Trek if you like to get your skin Stat Trek, so yeah, that's a cool option. Whereas yeah, with a lot of these other skins, or for example, the Icarus Fell, you can't do that. Honestly, this for me might be the best like value for money M4A1-S skin in the game. And yeah, maybe this is the first hot take of the video. I'm going to put it in S tier, but maybe this would be value for money. I'd put it like top of S, but it's S tier. So yeah, first hot take, guys. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. But yeah, I just think for the fact that you can get it Stat Trek, for the fact that it's so cheap, and the fact that the design still looks really, really good, and the colors are perfect, yeah, you just can't hate on this, especially if you like the Icarus Fell, but we'll get onto that skin in a bit. Now, guys, we have one of my favorite skins and just skin sets in general of Counter-Strike, which is the M4A1-S Print Stream. Guys, this is such a shame. Like, if I run down here and then we go in this part, like, as you can see, the pearlescent effect, which used to be on this skin, like, it's slightly there, but it's like 10% of what it used to be. Now, I'll try and find the images from Twitter, but supposedly these skins have been reworked, so if Valve wanted to update them to add the pearlescent effect back into the game, then that would be very much appreciated. But I mean, still, guys, the Print Stream skins, they are still one of the cleanest skins in the game. Just pretty much a whiteout with a bunch of cool little designs on. And then obviously when you add in the pearlescent effect, these are absolute bangers. But yeah, because that pearlescent effect isn't as crazy as it was on CSGO, like on CSGO, this probably is like one of my favorite top, if not like second top favorite skins. Until we get that pearlescent effect back, I'm going to put it at like the bottom of S tier. It still is S tier, guys. If you have a Print Stream, I mean, you can also get one of these. Again, we're not taking into account the price, but you could still get like a field test of one of these, which looks really, really good for a relatively low price. Remember, guys, if you want to get any of these skins, check out the link at the top of the description to check over all third-party sites. But yeah, you could get one of these for a really good budget, and it still does look amazing. And hopefully, as I said, will get updated. So maybe when that happens, the price will shoot up again, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, guys, we have the M4A1-S Chantico's Fire, which I don't know. This is a cool skin, and I think the colors like almost clash very well. I don't know if I'd really use one of these. What would it go with? Let me know if you could think of like a glove combo and just in general like a yellow and red skin combo that this would go with. I don't know. It's not one of my favorites. I'd have to say this is like a mid to bottom of B tier. It's not terrible at all. I'm not trying to be a hater on it. Yeah, I just don't know if the yellow and the red go together that well. I mean, okay. I mean, technically they do go quite well together, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a very hard skin to match with other stuff. But now, guys, we move on to an absolute banger. Underrated, maybe not underrated, but definitely like best value for money M4A1-S skin, which is the M4A1-S Decimator. The color palette is chef's kiss, amazing. The design with all the triangles, almost like lasers, looks incredible. And yeah, if you're a fan of the like hot rod style, you know, where it kind of shines on the skin, like this Decimator on CS2, look how shiny it is, guys. It is actually perfect when you move around. So yeah, for me, I have to put this in like S tier. Would I put it higher? Maybe, because I kind of do prefer the color blue. Probably, yeah, I'll actually do that, guys. This is going to piss off any hot rod lovers or people who like red skins, but yeah, it's just a banger. It's very similar to the Nightmare. So underrated. Such good value for money. Yeah, as I say, this is, regardless of price, guys, this is just what I think looks the best. We're not going off of value for money. Otherwise, a lot of these top skins would be further down. But guys, if you want me to do a value for money tier list on the M4A1Ss or any other skins, let me know down in the comments. But moving on, we have the M4A1S budget print stream, or otherwise known as the M4A1S Mecha Industries. I mean, yeah, guys, if you want a white loadout and you are on a bit of a budget, then go no further than the Mecha Industries. Now, this is a factory new version of this skin. As you can see, this is the battle scarred version. So yeah, you want to be getting like min wear or fact new if you can. But yeah, as long as you get a somewhat decent float, then yeah, this, as I said, is a great alternative to the print stream. Okay, you don't get the pearlescent effect, but the color palette is amazing. As I said, I like the kind of like red or blue accents on skins, and this has like a orangey red accent, so it's perfect. I would say this one could kind of go like here, if not here. It's kind of just below the print stream. Obviously, the print stream does just look a bit more clean, a few less colors, and with the pearlescent effect, like even though it's only like at 10% now, it still does look nice. I'm not going to put it like underneath the print stream, because I still think things like the Knight or the Hyper Beast or the Welcome to the Jungle are better. This is where I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I don't know which one I'd prefer, but it kind of just depends on the day. But yeah, we'll leave it like that. Next, we have the M4A1S leaded glass. Now, let me know in the comments, guys, do you like the leaded glass where we have this like orange and blue color clashing? Obviously, it's meant to be like stained glass windows smashed. I like orange and blue. I mean, it's kind of yellowish as well, I suppose. It's not like super deep dark orange. I'm not sure if these go that well together. The black definitely helps kind of bring out the brightness of the rest of the skin. But for me, this is like top B tier. It still is really nice, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe the masterpiece is ahead of it. It's difficult. It's still not bad, but it's just not an absolute banger. Now, guys, we have the Night Terror, which obviously in Factory New looks like this. But the version I much prefer is a battle scarred version, which almost goes like this purplish color. And because of this, that bumps it up a lot to just scale it down, guys, because I realized we have so many skins. But because of how you can like have the different versions, I would say this is probably like a top of B skin. I don't think it really deserves A tier alongside some of these other ones. Yeah, it's still not bad. It's just, in my opinion, you kind of have to get it in Battle Scarred. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't use it. Now we have the M4A1S Mud Spec, which, again, this is another skin which I think, like, currently this is low float. So it's like black with this kind of like shiny kind of bronzy gold color, which resembles the mud. And then, yeah, when it's like super Battle Scarred, it looks like this, which is, again, kind of cool. But compared to the Night Terror, I think this one just looks a bit more like grubby. But I still like the idea of it, so I'd probably put it like bottom of B. Next, we have the M4A1S control panel, which I think idea-wise, I think this is super cool because, yeah, as you can see, it's literally a control panel. I don't know if I like the look of this, and I like the color blue. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't think that this is really anything that crazy. For me, best I can give this is like a top of B, because it's not terrible, but it's not amazing. So it's like a solid skin, cool concept, done pretty well. I just don't know. It doesn't scream out to me like banger skin. If anything, actually, I'd probably move the Cyrex up, guys. I really like the Cyrex. I think it's so clean. But yeah, so far, actually, this makes sense. But guys, an absolute banger skin, which I think is pulled off perfectly, is the M4A1S Golden Coil. And I mean, just look at it, guys. Black and gold, like you can just never go wrong with that. You've also got the snake, which I think just looks cool on pretty much any skin that you put it on. And yeah, just overall, this is a WW skin. And looking at this list, I honestly could put it here, guys. I could put it in S tier. Now, again, if the print stream were to be fixed, the print stream would probably sit like here. It is one of my favorite, if not favorite skins in the entire game. But currently, until it's fixed, like that tweet I showed you, I'd say it's still bottom of S, behind something like a Hot Rod or any of these other skins. And yeah, the Golden Coil. Actually, if anything, guys, the Golden Coil probably goes there. It's a banger, guys. It's so good. Again, another really good value for money skin, because you don't need to get it in factory new. You can get it in a bit of a lower wear and save yourself a bit of money. We now move on to the M4A1S Imminent Danger, guys. And this is what I mean by like not all operation skins that are coverts are bangers, because I think this skin is one of the most revolting skins in all of Counter-Strike. Now, if you are someone who loves the imminent danger, please let me know in the comments why, because in my eyes, yes, this is colorful, and as you can see, I like colorful skins, but I don't know, guys. It just looks messy. It looks like a complete mess, and I don't know, maybe that's what they're going for, but nah, I'm sorry. I really don't think this was pulled off properly. I think like a kind of danger skin could have been done so much better. Honestly, I don't think I'd buy this skin if it was like $5, honestly. And like, I mean, it's got some coloring, so maybe I'd put it like here in C tier. It is better than something like the flashback, but I don't know, in some ways the flashback, I think the design of the flashback is pulled off way better, so it could even go there in C tier. So yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it there, guys. If you're mad, I'm sorry, but it is what it is, guys. I just think it's a terrible, terrible skin. I'm happy to be corrected and be wrong, but yeah, just let me know why I'm wrong on this, because I don't think I've ever liked it. I've never changed my mind on this. I've changed my mind on other skins. I'm sorry. The imminent danger is poo-poo. Next, guys, we have the M4A1-S Boreal Forest. You guys know, if you've watched any of my previous tier lists, I don't like this whole like camo design on skins, especially when they look like this. This is just basic, like get 5 headshots on Call of Duty MW2 challenge type camo. So yeah, it's just pretty meh. And honestly, this D tier is looking pretty empty, so I'm sorry. I put it in D. If you like the Boreal Forest, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not for me. But guys, a skin that is definitely for me, guys, is the M4A1-S Icarus Fell. This was one of my favorite skins back in the day. It was the M4A1-S that I used, and yeah, I can tell why. Like, it's just a super nice blue color. It's also pattern based, so you can get it where like certain parts of it are darker, certain parts are lighter. It moves along this kind of blue sun in the middle. And yeah, it's just a banger, guys. I really, really like it. The one thing I always found a bit weird though is the mag, how it's got like that dark bit at the bottom. Like, I don't know, it just feels like the whole mag should be just that dark blue color. So for me, guys, this is probably the top of A as my like favorite A tier skin. I think it's an absolute juicer. So yeah, I'll put it there. We now have the Brightwater M4A1-S, and just like the Boreal Forest, I'm not a fan. It's blue though, so I'll put it like a bit higher in D tier. Next up, guys, we have the M4A1-S Blood Tiger, and oh my gosh, when have you ever seen this skin in game, guys? I don't think I ever have, and I can tell why, because the color palette on this skin is revolting. Like the red, okay, nice, good red. And then the green though, and these other kind of, I don't know what colors they are. They're just disgusting. They just don't go well together. So yeah, this is honestly bottom D for me at the moment. But guys, we are on a hot streak, and that being a shit hot streak. Like, what am I looking at here? Again, maybe you like these camo designs. I personally don't. So yeah, this is honestly, again, just like near the bottom of D. But guys, thank God, next up we have the M4A1-S Nitro. So finally, we have a skin that isn't just absolute doo-doo. The problem is though, when you have the M4A1-S Atomic Alloy, I kind of feel like, why would you go for a Nitro? Especially as like the orange on this now on CS2. It looks way brighter than it used to be, but I still think, for me, this is like near the top of B. It's still a solid skin. I probably wouldn't mind using it over most of these skins here. So yeah, do you know what doesn't make sense though, guys? The design of this skin. Now, this is the M4A1-S Fizzy Pop, and I'm sorry, but how does this resemble Fizzy Pop at all? It just looks terrible, guys. Maybe it's like some kind of design that I'm meant to like get the reference to, but this looks garbage. Now, because there is a bit of pattern, I'll put it like here. It's probably like near the bottom of D tier. Yeah, I just don't like it. But finally, guys, to end off this list, we have the brand new M4A1-S Black Lotus. And guys, how is this not a covert skin? I honestly think this is one of the best looking skins ever designed in CS2. Like, just look at it. This is in factory new, by the way, guys. Just like some of these other skins in Battle Scarred, it changes color and gets quite a bit more purpley, and I really, really like this version as well. I don't know which one I prefer. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. But for me, guys, I'm going to say, guys, this is the best M4 in the game, guys. I know that that's maybe like recency bias. I honestly do think, just design-wise, color-wise, the fact that it can change effects, a lot of these more recent CS2 skins, like the ones that came out in the Kilowatt case, they're all bangers. So yeah, I just think you can't not put it as the best skin in the game. Maybe if you don't like the color purple, or if you don't like the design, sure. Overall, especially considering something like the print stream, that hasn't had the pearlescent changes, so if that did have the nice pearlescent effect, that would maybe be a contender for the best skin. But yeah, overall, I think this is a fair list. As I said, let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with it, and which skins you do disagree with. Give me a reason why, instead of just being like, bruh, this in this tier, L list. Like, give me some reasoning. Maybe I might change my mind. Maybe I won't. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, drop a sub, and if you want to watch another video, click the video on your screen right now.